Welcome back to another episode here on Israelite Talk TV. And today, family, today, we're going to be talking about the Epstein files, okay? Mr. Jeffrey Epstein and the Epstein files. And I'm going to be breaking down to you guys how the release of the Jeffrey Epstein files just signaled the end of America as we know, and it also signals the end of white supremacy. Okay, not only white supremacy here in the United States, but also worldwide whenever it comes to global dominance. Okay, the release of the Jeffrey Epstein files signals the end. Okay, and I want to take some time to break this down because you don't see a whole lot of platforms talking about this. Okay, if you guys remember when they had all this stuff going on with Diddy, it was on all of the networks everywhere. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody had the baby oil memes, and the stuff that was revealed in the Epstein files as it relates to our U.S. government, right? The people that's in power. Okay, it makes people like P. Diddy and R. Kelly them look like choir boys. Okay, compared to the stuff that Scott released in these files, right? It spoke about a lot of these people in the government, presidents, everything that were involved in this trafficking ring of kids, not only here in the United States, but like a global trafficking ring. Okay. And not only did they have this big trafficking ring, they were engaging in unlawful sexual acts with these and I don't even want to call them minors or teenagers. Okay. These are little kids. Okay. 7, 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? Taking advantage of them, doing things to them. And not only that, you guys, there was cannibalism, man, where they was eating people, man, eating kids, man. Like, it's sickening. Okay. And so, if you go into X, which is formerly known as Twitter, you go to TikTok, you go to Instagram and places like that, they're talking about it, but you don't hear it on the major networks. You don't see it real big in these YouTube streets like you saw when all of this shit was going on with Diddy. And the main reason why is because a lot of these people that was involved in this stuff, they own these networks. People are talking about where the celebrities at. They're not going to say shit because they know that these same people, you know what I'm saying, that's in these files are the same people that cut their checks. And they know if they try to get out there and get spicy, then they're going to freeze their bank accounts. Okay. And all of that money going to be gone. Right. And they're going to be right back down to the bottom with us. So, guys, I also want to break down and explain to you how this is going to affect Black America and how Black America need to stand down. Do not get involved in this shit that's going on with these ICE protests, all of this shit. They getting ready to go to war because right now we're in the time of the nations, right? And the All Shaddai is getting ready to judge these people, man. So make sure that you guys are not in the middle of any of this shit that's going on because you're going to get the belt too, you know. What people got to understand is that they have tried to pacify us with entertainment and things like that. But y'all got to remember the All Shaddai is keeping the score. The shit they did to our ancestors and all of that shit, they got to pay. They gonna pay for that, and they're in the process of paying for it now. I also want to break down to you why all of these people, white people, Latinos, people, all of different nationalities here in this nation, they're steady trying to pull Black people into what's going on. And if you kind of check the temperature of the streets out here, you see some of these pro-Black channels talking about the delineation movement, right? But it's bigger and deeper than that. So I want to break this shit down so you guys can understand how the release of these Jeffrey Epstein files signals the end of white America. It's over with, okay? So now, let me play a few videos and I want you to hear what these Congress people are saying. It's not coming from me, or nothing like that. I want you guys to hear what these Congress leaders are saying, and I want you to hear what the people are saying, okay? Let's run the tape.
Are Republicans so interested in Bill and Hillary Clinton? It's because they're trying to distract from the fact that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files thousands and thousands of times. In those files, there's highly disturbing allegations of Donald Trump raping children, of Donald Trump threatening to kill children. So I encourage your press to go look at these allegations. And I'm highly disturbed that Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche just got the law wrong. Yesterday, he said, essentially, that it is not a crime to party with Jeffrey Epstein. Well, that's actually not correct. If Jeffrey Epstein was human trafficking minors for these sex parties, and you show up and patronize the establishment at that party, yes, you're guilty, because patronizing is part of the law, of the federal sex trafficking law. So Deputy General Todd Blanche just got that wrong, which maybe explains why they aren't investigating all these folks, including Donald Trump. He needs to read the law and investigate these people. He also needs to resign. Les Wexner was just deposed, but there's others. Leon Black, Jess Staley. These are men who absolutely knew what was going on and I believe were part of this entire ring. And I went through a number of emails, a number of documents that identify survivors, victims who talk about what they suffered at the hands of some of these individuals. And to me, it is very clear that there is real prosecutable evidence here, or at minimum, investigative leads that need to be followed up on. Victims who are still coming forward, survivors who are still coming forward as recently as a couple of years ago. And it's not clear to me that they have been spoken with by the Department of Justice. So that, and the level of abuse and rape and violence that's described in these emails continues to haunt and horrify me. The second thing that occurs to me is that these individuals are being prosecuted. There are individuals in here like Prince Andrew, Mandelson, who are being brought down in other countries, but here in the United States, we haven't seen a single investigation happen. And then the last thing that I wanted to just talk about is I'm disgusted by these guys who are like, oh, I had no idea what was going on. Some of the names that are coming out and they're like, oh, I had no idea. But when you look at these emails, there's no way they had no idea. There's no way. They are lying about that. And
this phone call, he's like, Marjorie, my friends will get hurt.
That's it. That's it. I mean, that is it. Obviously, that's it. Because they're all in here. Imagine the phone calls. It's everyone. It's every single person is on this freaking list. They're all there. Every billionaire, heads of state, Larry Summers, Peter Thiel, they're all in there.
Leaders are low-life scum that screw little girls so the Jews can screw America. That's what's happening in this country. I just said it. That's what's going on in this country. And our FBI is corrupt, the Supreme Court is corrupt, the Justice Department is corrupt, the news media is corrupt, the whole country is corrupt. Because we've walked away from Almighty God and we've allowed Kabbalah-practicing Jews to defile the nation. Put that video out. Go ahead and clip this video and send it out. I dare you. You won't do it because you're scared that the truth may get out to the American people. I'm had it up to here with the corruption in this country. Little children being raped for the benefit of Israel. That's all it's about, Doc. Little American children being raped for the benefit of Israel. American politicians raping little American girls to be videotaped by Israeli Mossad so that Israel can blackmail American politicians. That's the state of America today. God ought to destroy this country.
I want the fucking names. The fucking redacted names. You have it? Oh, there's more stuff we haven't got. Great, get that. Don't you distract. You see what I'm saying here?
Yeah. That's the type of energy we need. This is fucking insane that nobody else is talking about this, especially the Democrats.
We also think we're stupid.
Yeah.
Massey, you've been in there 3 weeks. Where's the fucking names? You're like, well, I want the whole thing. Good. While you're at it, Release those names.
Now, guys, did you guys hear that? They're going crazy. They wait for me to go live to start calling and shit. But did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? These are coming from Congress people, right? Donald Trump, the president of the United States, is in these files over thousands of times, right? Engaging in all type of stuff. Okay. Y'all hear what they saying that's going on, right? Now, you got another group of people, right? Okay. And let me put some of this stuff on the board, right? Okay. This comes from, and you can go to X, man. Y'all can look this stuff up, right? We got Morgan Ariel. Hope I'm saying her name correct. They cold-blooded murdered Charlie Kirk in front of our faces. They cold-blooded murdered Charlie Kirk in front of our faces, and we did nothing. They exposed a silver and satanic pedophile cabal who was sacrificing our children, and we did nothing. They flooded our nation with millions of illegal immigrants who are replacing us and want us dead, and we did nothing. They steal our taxpayer dollars, okay? And you guys can read that, right? Let's see this right here. Celebrities had a lot to say about COVID. They have a lot to say about ICE. They even have a lot to say about climate change. But when it comes to the Epstein file, they have been remarkably quiet, right? Okay? Let's see here. And this is from Muhammad. I don't understand how we're not having a global revolution right now. Listen to this, fam. You're silent because it's not your children who was raped, cannibalized, trafficked, filmed, terrorized, tortured, and murdered. But what if it was your child or grandchild? What are we waiting for? Go to the streets, close your stores, walk off the jobs and homes, shut down the entire country. Government won't be able to barely cope. Demand justice for our children. If we can't unite over children being raped and abused, there's no hope for humanity. I'll be the first to walk the streets with you. Who will join me, right? Okay. So y'all see this stuff, right? Now, what is what is going on right here? Okay. So what you guys got to understand, fam, didn't I just say it's the end of white supremacy and stuff like that? You don't see any major protests going on here in this nation. You don't see them stumping the yard like they did on January 6th when Trump claimed they robbed them. Why ain't they marching up the Capitol Hill? Where's the Ku Klux Klan? Where's Antifa? Where's all these people at that, okay? Where's all these people at, fam? Remember when they used to run into churches and gun us down and do all this shit? The George Zimmermans and stuff. Where are these people at? Why ain't they stumping the yard up there in Capitol Hill? See, guys, what y'all gotta understand is this. And it's not just white people, but it's people all backgrounds. Why are they looking to black people? Because, see, the white privilege has been revoked. Yeah. See, white people in this nation have never had to really march and fight for nothing. See, the people that's in the government, I did a video a long time ago on this channel speaking about the two different types of white people. The people at the bottom is different from the people at the top that control all the power. See, all of this information, the FBI, CIA, all of them have had this shit. And this is why I was telling, and I was making a point to people about, y'all lock Diddy and all these people up, and they're like, well, Diddy, no, I'm using Diddy as a rule of thumb, as a measuring stick. If y'all gonna lock them up, why ain't these presidents and governors and all these people locked up? So you telling me the law only apply to black people here in this nation? The rich white men do whatever the hell they want to do. You know what I'm saying? The CIA ain't doing it. FBI ain't doing it. The state ain't doing it. But if it come to us, we get prosecuted to the 3rd degree. And so what y'all got to understand is they have revoked the white privilege. These people are not used to marching and fighting for nothing because they always piggybacked off the people that's in a position of power that kill at will. They know that these white people here in this nation ain't going to do shit. This is why they released the files. They released the files. Donald Trump is trending all through those files. He's going platinum in those files. And they ain't stumped their yard yet. One lady had they marched for George Floyd. We led the charge on that. Now it's time for white people to lead the charge. Remember on training day at the end when Denzel Washington told them whoever put a cap in him, he was going, and they passed him the gun and said, you got to put in your own work. White people got to put in their own work now. See, black people, before they was raping y'all kids, kidnapping y'all kids, killing y'all kids, they were killing our kids first. And we had to go to war in this motherfucker, and didn't nobody have our back. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people gonna come out and say, oh, there was some, but not like that. And they played the back. They wasn't on Front Street getting bit by no dogs and all this other shit, hit with water hoses and stuff. I don't see that in the history, you guys. So now they're not used to leading the charge, and they sitting back like somebody do something. So now, family, think about this. This is why black people don't need to be getting in the way of none of this shit, bruh. Fuck voting, fuck the midterms, fuck all that shit. Let them have that shit. Black people don't get shit anyway. You get a black face just to say, oh, we not racist. We got this person in here, but they not doing shit for none of these communities whatsoever. Okay? Think about this. What white revolutionary do you know in this country that's known like our leaders, like the Martin Luther Kings, the Malcolm X, the Farrakhan's, and the so forths? You know what I'm saying? Where are they leaders at? They don't have none because they never had to fight against the government. Where is the Latino revolutionaries at? They're nowhere to be found. This is why they want black people to come out and fight with them for ICE. Fuck ICE. If they expedite, listen, if they kick us out this country, they got to send us where they brought us back from. But the people over here fronting like they us, getting ready to get their ass spanked over there. Okay? Acting like they us. So they not finna deport. Where they gonna deport us to? You know what I'm saying? What country is saying you are from over here, bring us over here? So come on, man. Get out the middle of that shit. Fuck ICE. Okay? None of these different, listen, y'all gotta understand that when these foreigners come into this nation, their representation is back in their countries. This is why they steady trying to pull black Americans, the real children of Israel, okay? And we're gonna talk about that too, all this theater, all this shit. Oh man, I know for a fact, our family, we got our history going back to the 1700s in this nation. My great-great-granddaddy was a slave. This shit started in Charleston, South Carolina, all the way to Mississippi, to Memphis, all the way up here. So what y'all gotta understand, fam, is that these people don't have no real representation in this country. This is why they're turning to black Americans like, don't y'all see what's going on? Y'all know? Hey, look, y'all on your own. Black people have been judged already. We've been fighting with these people for over 400 some years, so now it's their turn. They got to put in the work. And they know they're not going to do it. These people at the top, Donald Trump and all these, they cold-blooded killers. They a step all up. Don't you see they killed congressmen and all type of shit? The FBI, all these people in on it. The FBI done had all this information for years and ain't did shit. Come on, man. They know white America ain't gonna do shit but what they doing right now, peacefully protesting. I roll by, bruh. I seen these motherfuckers out here with this No King protest. See, this the problem. Y'all don't listen to black people. We showed y'all how to tear this motherfucker up. When y'all start burning down businesses, robbing and looting and doing all of this shit, and the National Guard gets sent in, then you making noise. Y'all not making no noise. All this theater, give us the names. Get y'all ass out of here. Y'all ain't gonna do shit. So I want to see, where's MAGA at? Why ain't they stumping the yard? Where's all these pro-Republicans, top steppers, this and that, full-fledged? Where they at? Why they ain't in Washington stumping the yard? Where they at? Them people up there in Washington know they not gonna do shit. And they like, y'all ass get out of line, we gonna spank y'all. So what they gonna do? So my message to black America is get out the way. Let y'all do their thing. The other thing is, right now is not the time to be out here all fucked up high, drunk, partying and shit, because there's a lot of shit that's going on. Y'all see what just happened down in Mexico? That's a distraction, but peep the game. Man, they knocked off about 40, 50 National Guard down there. So what you gonna do when this shit get Tetris in here when the power go out and all this shit happen? You gonna turn the other cheek? Now the people that gave y'all that fake ass Christianity, they not following that shit. It's step or die with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's time to get your houses in order, man. What y'all gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Because I could tell you about mine. Come on, man. Ain't no turning the other cheek, beloved. No sirski. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go out standing on 10 toes before I go out on my knees, bruh. I get on my knees begging and, oh, yeah, you could do this and that. So y'all just better get ready, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's getting ready to go down. And plus, it's written already. It's written in Tanakh. Y'all already said what he going to do. So make sure y'all getting prepared. Make sure y'all eating right. Make sure y'all exercising back in that gym. I'm back in that gym going crazy right now, boy. You know what I'm saying? When I got shot, I had fell off a little bit, but nigga, I'm back in that gym buffing, going hard, bruh. Real deal. You know what I'm saying? We ain't playing, man. So make sure, man, y'all getting yourself together, man, cause it's getting real out here. And make sure you guys are standing down. Cause remember, we got the power in this motherfucker right now, right? Because we've had to fight against the government for over 400 some years. We've been going to war with their ass here. You know what I'm saying? And they know we'll tear it up. And we done showed all these different nationalities how to do it, but they don't want to follow the blueprint. So, man, y'all leave y'all thoughts below, man. What do y'all think about this Epstein shit? Why ain't these channels talking about this shit, bruh? Excuse me. They talking about the mid, man. Fuck some midterms. Fuck some vote, man. We don't give a fuck about that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think about this shit, though, bruh? You know, I ain't saying that it's right whatsoever, but what's the read, though? Where they at? Why ain't they stumping the yard? Why ain't they up there in Washington, Capitol Hill, like they was when Trump claimed that they stole the election from them? You know what I'm saying? Tearing that motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? That was about a presidency. This about kids and all this other shit, and everybody's silent. Why they ain't stepping? Where everybody looking at us to set this shit off. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all pass this video, man. Get this around, especially to the pro-black channels, you know, that talk about this type of stuff. Get this out there and leave y'all thoughts below. I'm signing off here on Israelite Talk.